Kris, 6-game homestand, I don't think you were necessarily happy with all aspects of what you're seeing. There's basically a week left for everybody in the league before the Four Nations face-off. A little bit of a sense that it's been a little bit of a grind right now for some of the guys in terms of, you put yourself in tough positions in a bunch of those home games as well to sort of rally the troops.
It's a long season. Everyone goes through it, whether it's a long season because of travel or your back-to-back games or maybe illnesses going through your locker room, injuries, whatever it is. But for an 82-game schedule, you try and make it as easy for the players as possible, getting them focused as much as they can. Whether what you're doing with mixing up the lines or what you're doing in practice or focusing on the opposition. But, I think everyone's on their back of their mind. They are thinking about the break, whether they are playing in the tournament or if they're just have the 2 weeks off. But I think it's important that we've got 3 games left, that we put in a good effort and win as many games as possible.
Based on yesterday's practice, McDavid and Leon were together again. So if that's the case, it'll be the 7th time this season. Just to start the game, just a thought on sort of balancing things out as opposed to loading up that one line.
Yeah, no, I think over the course of the season, I think we're probably best having those two on separate lines. But there are times when I think it's good that they do get to play together. And last game against Toronto, 5-on-5, it was probably one of our strongest games that we played against a good team, and so there's not much need to change up the line, a little tweak on the 3rd and 4th lines, but pretty much all the same.
Not that you needed to live it firsthand, but just a thought on not having Matthias in the lineup Saturday, and that's he's probably the team's best all-around defenseman. I mean, it was a pretty significant absence, wasn't it?
Matthias is a huge hole for us, whether he's playing against other teams' top lines. He contributes so much offensively. His offensive numbers aren't as high as other top defensemen, but that's just because of the other top defensemen getting their power play points on the first unit. But 5-on-5 points, he's among the leaders the last 2 seasons. And then also on the penalty kill. He's huge there, usually starting with Emerson on the penalty kill, and other guys we certainly trust in those situations, but Eki's a big part of that.
Kasperi Kapanen is familiar with this building, but what has he added to this lineup over the past couple months?
Somebody adds a little bit of a little speed, getting in on the forecheck. I think he's a strong, fast skater, but also his puck plays really fits our style. We don't want to, not typically a dump and chase team. We like to make plays off the rush or in the offensive zone, and I think he's comfortable with that. And, also versatility. When he got here, he spent a lot of games with playing on Leon's line and then moved down the lineup a little bit. But, he's been pretty consistent with his game, and we've liked what he's brought us.
Since November 23rd, this group is 22-7-2. What kind of components are you seeing that are the reasons for why you've been able to be successful?
Well, I think through that stretch, goaltending's been really strong. Both of them have played really well. Another one is special teams. The other night we lost one game in Toronto. 2 power play goals that they get and 2 that we didn't. That was the difference in the game. But overall, during that stretch, we've won the power play matchup more nights than not, and that has been a huge part of our success. I think our 5-on-5 play since day one has been pretty consistent. I think it's been pretty regular, but special teams during that winning streak, that has been a huge difference maker.